Good morning, guys. It is the next day. The last clip I showed you, I was going to sand on the trailer. It started raining like a dog. So we're going to work on this. Let me show you this real quick. Here is the hubs. Like I was explaining yesterday, the industrial hubs, they're like on those tow behind cement mixers. So most of the threads on these are good. This one is no bueno. He is rusted. He hasn't had a bolt on there or a nut on there in ages, so we're going to press him out. I'm going to try to press it out with this little vise. If not, I'll take it to work tomorrow and press it out. You could put it on the vise and then just whack it with the hammer a bunch of times, but this metal is real thin. I'm afraid I will dent it or warp it. This one needs to be rebuilt. This one, you can hear it, it's dry. This one here, oh, that bueno. Very good. All right, so this one we're going to take apart and rebuild, or just repack it, see what it looks like, see if the bearings are shot or if they're okay. All the studs on this one are good. I'll sand it down real quick, brush it with this wire brush. Anyway, let's see if we can press out this one, and I'll go get another stud for this. And I want to get 10 new lug nuts also. Okay, let me stop boring you with this and see what we can do with this little vise, if it will work. Talk to you guys in a bit. Alrighty, hopefully you can see with the lighting in here. Here we go, a little better. I just did a socket the size or bigger than the head of the stud and put the stud up against the vise there. We're going to try to press it in, and the head of it should pop into there and loosen up. We'll see what it does. I may have to tap it a little bit with a hammer. We'll see what it does. Trying to put a little pressure on it and then tap it, give it that little shock. It ain't going, not with this little vise. I may have to take it to work and put it on the giant press. Then I just have to get it out of there. I don't care what I do to the head of it. Let me see. Well, that worked. A lot easier than I thought. So, there's that guy. You can tell he has got no thread left on him. But he popped out real nice. Easy. I didn't think it would come out that easily. So, we'll sand him down with a wire brush. Clean him up. This guy, there's no play. You check for play in here. Make sure the bearings are tight. Sounds good. I'm going to take the cap off, re-grease it, and go from there. Hold on. Actually, don't look all that bad, but we'll grease her up. It's tight. Hopefully I got enough grease in here. I don't know. If not, we'll go get another tube of grease. Alrighty, I'm back. Picked up a new stud, 10 new lug nuts, tub of grease so I can pack the bearings properly, and a tube of grease for the grease gun. I didn't know I was out. So let's get back started on this thing. Thank you, AutoZone, for the help on this. Alright, this isn't the most fun part, but it's got to be done. Put a glob in the palm of your hand like that. Get the wider side of your bearing and just keep pushing it through. Grab the leg. Just get right on the edge and just keep pushing through till you see it pop out through all the little bearing pieces in that nose or that nose. That way you'll know it is fully cleaned out of all the old grease. But that's all, you just keep goobing it in there. I pick up these little work gloves and it works great on this. So then we'll grab some of that grease and pack it inside the bearing hub. That stud fits perfect, so we'll be good there. All right, I don't want to bore you with this. That's all you do, just keep packing it in there. All right, so all I did is just seat that down there, clean off some of this goop here. We don't want all that on there. That's nice in there. And then I will, oh, that feels good. Nice, 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 nice. Do not start them with the impact gun. Put it on. Put it on first and then run it up and down. So I just spaced it with some washers. And then just run it up. Seats it nice and good. Alrighty. We're all set. Now we go on to the one that's making some noises. I got to sand the backside, or file it. Back here, just to get it cleaned up. I'll be right back. You can hear he sounds very dry. So I'm going to sand them down first and get rid of these washers. Yeah, I'd have to say that one is very dry. So we'll get, there's a bit of grab on that. I don't like that grab there. When I'm rebuilding the axles and all, I do not have state-of-the-art equipment. Huge shop. You see, this is a shed. Take a quick look. It's just a shed. That's it. So you can do it. You just have to be creative and willing to work with what you have. Yeah, this one looks like it got wet. We'll see what the bearings look like. We may have to order a new bearing on this guy. We'll see. All you do is straighten him out. Give him a little tap. Come out. But yeah, you could take a look. Let me grab the camera. Hold on a second. Take a close look at that. You can hear it sounds dry. It's got a little bit of play, not much. All right, let's get this thing back up here. Not sure how to get him out of there. We're going to tighten him down a little more. We're going to try that. I'm not sure it's going to work. Alrighty, got it apart. It took some persuading with a sledgehammer, but we got it apart. From what it looked like, or the way it was coming apart, looked like it was rusted on there or seized on there. The spindle actually does not look like it's in good shape from what the other one looked like. This part looks pretty good. The bad part is right up here. You could actually see, let me see, it's hard to see. You can see the wear mark right there. So we're going to clean it up. I'm going to check the bearings real good, which are right here. See what kind of shape they're in. Clean them out real good. I'm probably going to soak them in kerosene, get them clean, and go from there. Alrighty guys, I've been cleaning on it quite a while, spraying all sorts of stuff in there, getting it cleaned out. It actually looks pretty good. I mean, you could see some pitting in this raceway here, which means the whole hub is getting worn out, but I don't see anything that's major. There's a few spots, but where the bearing runs, it does not look bad. But I've been cleaning. I've been through this like my third rag and cleaning the heck out of it. You talk about dirt and rust, and I guess it hasn't been oiled or greased in a long time. So I'll just keep cleaning it out. It's all black. And then I'll repack it. But looking good, getting there. Not looking perfect. It's not going to be perfect because we're using the old one. These are very difficult to come by unless you go to a industrial company that makes stuff for like tow behind cement mixers and stuff like that. Then they might have parts for it. So we're going to make this work. Yeah, it feels a lot better. That's the raceway that it sits on the spindle. And the spindle looks good, except for the very top up here where it looks like the washer and it just wasn't seated right. But down here where it rides looks good. I'll clean that up real good and get it back together. Alrighty guys, I didn't want to waste your time, but I got the bottom one done. And I repacked the front top one. This one I had to do a bunch of times. Every time I pushed through, even though I soaked it, it still came out with a bunch of dirt. So I repacked it a bunch of times, almost used the whole tub. This was brand new just a little bit ago. So anyway, that is it. And I am no professional, so I may be doing it wrong, and there may be other tools that do it a lot easier, but that's the way I was doing it. So I just got to seat this down in there with all the stuff, the washer, the cap, and here's the nut. Got a pin in there, and I need another rag. We'll use some paper towels. But all right, I didn't want to bore you, so I didn't show you all that with the packing and all. You saw me do it with the first one. So, okay, let me go from here. Alrighty, so this guy's all back together. Carter pin's back in, the cap's on, keep the nut from spinning or loosening up. And now I cleaned out the cap. Now you tap this guy back on, nice and easily, work your way around, do not hit the center, it'll dent it to heck. So, you saw how that goes together. Next video will be on sanding and working on the trailer.